All right, so today we're diving deep into something pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
Predictions for 2025.
All right.
And you guys have given me some really fascinating sources to look at.
Right.
So I've got like Baba Vanga and Nostradamus,
Okay.
even modern astrologers and numerologists,
Interesting.
and looking at all this stuff.
Yeah.
Some of it is a little bit unnerving, to be honest,
I bet.
but there's also like a sense of optimism,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
Like big changes are coming, but maybe that's not always a bad thing.
Yeah. It's fascinating how these predictions, like from
Okay.
these ancient mystics and these modern interpretations, they all kind of come together
Yeah.
around this human need to understand the future. Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always want to know what's next.
Right.
So, okay, let's just jump right in.
Okay.
Let's start with Baba Vanga.
Okay.
So she's this Bulgarian mystic
Hmm.
who supposedly predicted some pretty big events in 2024.
Right.
But for 2025,
Yeah.
she saw a major conflict in Europe, potentially leaving parts of the continent like sparsely populated.
Wow.
Like pretty intense stuff.
Yeah. And that prediction,
Yeah.
given everything that's happening in the world right now,
It's pretty crazy.
it makes you think.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that, with Baba Vanga,
Mm-hmm.
her predictions are often symbolic and open to interpretation.
Okay.
So conflict, it doesn't necessarily mean like a traditional war.
Right.
It could mean like social unrest,
Okay.
economic upheaval,
Mm-hmm.
even like a clash of ideologies,
Like an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah,
So it's not necessarily all doom and gloom.
right.
And to kind of balance out that maybe grim prediction,
Yeah.
Baba Vanga also saw some pretty groundbreaking medical advances,
Oh,
like lab-grown organs becoming a reality,
wow.
which is amazing.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, like imagine a world where organ waiting lists are just
Gone.
gone.
Right.
That would change everything.
Yeah, it could mean extended lifespans. A complete reshaping of how we approach healthcare.
Totally.
But it also raises questions, right?
Of course, yeah.
About accessibility and affordability.
Yeah, who gets access to this?
Big
The
game.
benefits.
Right.
It's a really interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to another big name in the prophecy game,
Okay. Who's that?
Nostradamus.
Ah, Nostradamus.
So he warned of some pretty brutal wars in Europe in 2025,
Oh, wow.
and even hinted at the return of an ancient plague.
Okay, now that's a chilling prediction.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Especially with all the concerns today about
Yeah.
emerging pathogens and potential pandemics,
It's true.
It kind of taps into that deep-seated anxiety that we have about widespread disease outbreaks,
Yeah,
which is sadly, a recurring theme throughout history.
it is, and it really makes you think.
It does.
Like, how prepared are we for something like that?
Yeah, for sure.
And then Nostradamus also hinted at something else,
What's that?
a global power shift, with traditional Western powers kind of declining
Interesting.
and new players like China or
Yeah,
India
right.
rising to prominence.
Okay, so imagine that.
It's a huge change.
A global power shift.
Yeah.
Think about the actions
Yeah.
on the world stage,
Accepting.
Everything trade,
Mhm.
economic alliances,
Yeah.
international relations.
It would completely reshape everything.
It would be a fundamental change to the world order as we know it.
It's wild to think about.
Yeah.
And what would that even mean for everyday life?
Right.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about the astrologers.
All right.
So they are really focused on Pluto entering Aquarius in 2025.
Okay.
And this is a big deal, apparently.
Why is that?
Well, it's associated with all kinds of things, like
Like what?
innovation, rebellion against established systems,
Wow.
technological revolutions,
Okay.
major societal shifts.
So basically massive change.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, this actually aligns with a lot of the trends that we're seeing right now.
Really?
Yeah. Rapid advancements in technology,
Mm-hmm.
growing social movements, pushing for change.
Yeah.
People are really starting to question traditional hierarchies and power structures.
It's true.
It really feels like we're heading towards a period of significant transformation.
So this prediction might actually be onto something.
It might be.
And here's something that I found really interesting.
Okay, what's that?
So there's all this talk about de-dollarization,
Right.
which is basically moving away from the US dollar as like the main global currency.
Right.
But astrologers are actually predicting that the US dollar is going to strengthen in 2025.
Oh, wow, that's unexpected.
It is, right?
So it really makes you think,
Yeah.
what factors could be at play here.
Yeah, what's going to lead to that?
It's a puzzle.
It is. It's a puzzle.
Worth pondering.
All right, so
Yeah.
finally, let's bring in the numerologists.
Okay.
So they're calling 2025
Yeah.
the year of 9,
The year of 9.
which
Where
symbolizes
symbolize?
transformation and new beginnings.
Okay, so new beginnings.
Yeah.
Transformation.
It makes you wonder,
What's going to be born? What's going to fade away?
Exactly.
It's exciting.
It is.
And also maybe a little bit scary.
A little bit.
But that's the thing about transformation, right?
What's that?
It's both breakthroughs and breakdowns.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that there's potential for both positive and negative change. And, learning to navigate those shifts consciously.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question.
Okay, I'm ready.
What if the most significant event of 2025
Yeah.
isn't some huge global thing
Okay.
or a prediction from these sources?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's something totally unforeseen
Okay.
that changes your life in a way you never expected?
Because ultimately the future is shaped
Yeah,
by individual lives and choices.
that's a really great way to put it.
Yeah.
So stay curious. Keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, the future is never set in stone.
Never set in stone.
It's up to us to create it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.